Welcome. I am Brittany with Birth It Forward, certified birth and bereavement doula, certified yoga instructor, and photographer. Today we are going to do a yoga session that just helps wake up the body or helps relieve the tension from a day of work and movement. So let's start by taking a deep breath at the top of our mat, arms up, breathing deep here. We're just going to take a couple of deep breaths. Forward fold, dive down, come up to half forward fold and back down, stretching those hamstrings. Just add some movement with your breath as we release the tension from our hamstrings and lower backs. Let's put our hands to the floor and step back into a plank, going to down dog. And just add that movement again through down dog to plank, down dog to plank. Moving with your breath, waking up our bodies, our shoulders, hamstrings. Push yourself down forward into an up dog, and then moving that back into child's pose. We're just going to continue moving with our breath, up dog to child's pose, up dog to child's pose. Continuing to breathe through the movement, releasing tension in our shoulders, releasing tension in our spines. Come to all fours for tabletop, and we're going to do some cat-cow, waking up our spine, relieving tension in our scapulas. As we inhale, we're going to drop our bellies to the floor. Exhaling, we're going to suck our belly in and push our shoulders to the ceiling. Following our breath with our movement. Let's wake up our hips a little bit and kick a leg. We're going to do about 5 to 6 on each side. I'm just moving forward to have more space. If you want to add an arm, you can. It would be the arm opposite of the leg you are kicking for a bird dog. Switch legs and do 5 or 6 on the other leg. Great job. Thread the needle here. So push your arm through between your leg and your other arm. And we're going to continue that process of movement by switching arms, pushing our shoulder to the floor as we breathe, adding movement. Tuck your toes and go up into a down dog. Very good. Pushing your bottom into the air and then coming down, almost touching the floor with your knees. If you need to touch, that is okay. We're going to continue that movement with our breath. Once you're done, let's make our way to a seated position, placing your feet straight out in front of you. And we're going to take our hands, rubbing along our shins as we reach for our toes. Placing your head down to your chin. Just keep moving with that breath, adding the movement, waking up those legs. Now you can spread your legs into a wide angle forward fold, and we're going to place our hands in the center, and again we're just going to do that movement as we reach forward. Good job. We're going to reach for our left leg now, and with each bend forward and each breath, see if you can go a little farther. When you're ready, see if you can touch your toes here. Continuing to move with your breath. Beautiful job. Sorry for my kiddo walking around behind me. pointing those toes as we breathe, stretching the hamstrings and the calves, adding that movement into our hips. Reaching for the toes on the right leg, breathing deep as we feel the tension, using that breath to melt the tension away as we reach for our toes. Coming back to center, and just add that movement again with your breath. See if you can go a little farther into that forward fold. Let's bring our feet together, reach for our toes. Seeing if you can go a little farther after we've warmed up those hamstrings. Very good. I'm just switching positions so you can see what I'm doing here. We're going to cross our right foot over our left leg and forward fold again. When you're ready, bend that knee, feeling a stretch through your outer hip, reaching for your toes. Keeping the leg crossed, engage your shin muscles and flex your toes, pointing to the ceiling as we bend forward. Bring your right foot closer to your thigh and fold again, feeling that stretch again throughout the right hip. When you're ready, lift the left knee and you'll feel a deeper stretch through the right hip. If it feels good, you can add some movement to this stretch, waking up those lower back muscles and hip muscles, helping to release the tension of the day or waking them up for the day. Deep breath. We're going to switch feet. We're going to do the same thing, crossing the left foot over the right, bending forward, making sure our right foot is flexed, pointing toward the ceiling as we stretch. You're ready, you can pull that foot up in a figure four stretch with the foot along the thigh. Beautiful job, coming forward in that stretch, making sure to breathe. Lifting the right knee so that our left foot is in figure four shape on our knee. Adding that movement, rocking the hips, rocking the knees side to side. Feel free to go all the way to the floor if it feels good, or keep upright, whatever feels comfortable to you. To melt away from those muscles that are tight. Release your legs here, and we're going to sit in a butterfly pose. Again, keeping with our theme, you can add movement by flopping your knees, or you can let them sit in stillness as you push your knees to the floor. If it feels good, you can also rock forward and backward, feeling the stretch again through the hips and lower back, tucking your chin so you feel more stretched through your upper back and neck as well. As you're flapping your knees, turn your head left and right, just waking up your shoulders and neck muscles. Once you feel you have done enough of that stretch, go ahead and cross your legs in crisscross applesauce. Now we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So push your chest to the ceiling and then suck your tummy in, pushing your shoulders behind you, your shoulder blades. And just keep that movement going. Do a gentle twist. It felt really good for me to have movement today. So I'm just twisting back and forth and going a little deeper into that twist as it feels comfortable. Maintaining that breath work, breathing as we move, releasing tension where you find it. Feel free to rock your arms forward and backwards, stretching those shoulders, waking up the body, or releasing the tension of the day. Thank you for joining me for this yoga practice today. I'll see you again next Friday.